Hey everybody, welcome to Kicking It with Key, the Porch Podcast. I am your host Key, where I sit in a dope environment and talk to dope people about how dope they are. I am so excited to have my guest today. I'm gonna let her tell you all about herself because she is so dope. So I'm gonna turn it right over to you. Who are you and what do you do?
Okay, I'm Felicia Sellers. I'm a mom all day, every day. I am a disciplinarian for high school students in Jersey City.
Oh,
I'm going to say part time, but I feel like I've been doing it full time. A real estate agent. I am also CEO of a construction company called Harris and Harris Construction.
I love it.
Um, and of course, I do some little other things, but for the most part, that's what I'm doing right now, keeping myself occupied with.
I love it. I love you do so much. So I feel like we just gonna dive into all of the sectors I brought you here for was for the real estate because I feel like you are booming in that business at this moment. So let's talk
Mhm.
about that first before we dive into the disciplinary
Okay,
things.
so I've been active as a real estate agent for about 3 years now.
Wow.
But I really dove into it this summer. Like this summer really like started kicking. Actually, before the summer, I'll say the beginning of this year,
Okay.
2023. I really been kicking and getting clients, selling houses, renting houses,
Mm.
um, even helping people with like getting their finances together to get a house.
Oh,
For the
okay.
most part, when you become a real estate agent, it's not really only about selling a house or getting someone who wants to buy a house. Actually, it's about like helping people get better with their finances so that they could live the American dream, so that they could, you know, um, purchase multiple houses, invest, and things like that. So I've been helping a lot of my family, friends,
Mm.
coworkers
Okay.
with getting financial help and getting their first property.
I'm so proud. You've been closing these deals. I've been seeing it. Take me through a day in the life of being a realtor. Like, what is that for you?
Ooh.
Like, someone calls you with, well, I would assume they would call you like, I need help. I want to buy a house, right?
So someone calls, they say, I need, like you said, I need help. I want to buy a house. First thing I do is ask them, are they pre approved?
Okay.
That's the first thing. We can't even go outside and look at houses without the pre approval. I know a
Okay.
lot of people look online, they search, they're like, oh, you can't really, most agents that you're going to work with, they're going to say, I need a pre approval. Hands down, that's
Okay.
what you need. So to get pre approved, um, your credit needs to be, right now they're working like six or above.
Okay.
You need it needs to be clean. Right now, what I'm realizing is a lot of mortgage companies are once you get into underwriting,
Okay.
they're denying a lot of people. Like you
Really?
really need to have it clean. So when you go get your pre-approval,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of mortgage reps will have you basically clean your credit.
Okay.
Um, that means like credit cards paid off. I
I was
have
about to
one
say, what does
client,
clean mean?
yeah, credit cards paid off. You can have like, of course, a car loan and things like that, but for the most part, they want everything clean.
Okay.
Um, you know, School loans, that's fine, but that will play a part in your debt to income ratio.
Okay.
So they want you like squeaky clean.
Squeaky clean. Everything paid up.
Yes,
Nothing outstanding.
because if not, once you get to underwriting, you can put a offer in on a home, and then they don't give you a commitment, a mortgage commitment. That's the worst thing. I went through that with a client this summer. She was selling her house. We accepted an offer, and the buyer could not get a mortgage commitment.
Wow.
He was able to get a get pre-approved, but once he went through underwriting, they denied him. So it's so important
Wow.
to just listen to what the mortgage reps say,
Mm-hmm.
because that's so important once you get into underwriting.
What steps can you take to get there? So as far as somebody cleaning up their record or having not record, but cleaning up
The
their
credit.
credit, what would you give somebody as a suggestion to like start now? Say there's somebody like because people are buying homes young, you know what I mean? So
Yes, they
now
are.
we wasn't getting houses when we were 25, but there are now. So if you see somebody now, what would you give them? Like what advice would stay
So
clean?
So having a credit card is great because it builds your debt to income ratio.
Okay.
But having it maxed out over 30% of it
It's
is
not
not
good.
good.
Okay.
So pay it down. Pay it down. 10%,
Okay.
you know, but they'll mortgage company want to pay it off because they want to know that you can give all your money to them.
And not nobody else.
Not saying not nobody else, but they want to know that they know at least when they gave you this mortgage, you had nothing else but them to pay.
Got
You
you.
get what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
get what you're saying.
It's kind of like a selfish thing, but I understand it
Of
because in
course.
this day and age, everybody wants their money back.
No, that's
You know
true.
what I'm
That's
saying?
true. And you want to,
Everybody
feel
wants
like
their
you
money
grow
back.
up when you buy a house. Like, we're homeowners, so we get it. Like, when he was renting, he'd be like, he'll get his money when he get his money. This is my home. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to pay my mortgage. So
Exactly.
I get it.
But since COVID has gotten tough with, mortgage companies not getting their money and
Okay.
things like that. So I think they're getting a little more strict.
Okay.
With the economy, changing. I think that's what's causing this change and
Got you.
this uptick with, them not giving as many mortgage commitments.
Okay.
But for the most part, there are companies that work with you. I work with this guy named Henry from Cardinal Financial,
Okay.
and he really works with you like step by step to getting you pre-approved and
Mm-hmm.
making sure you get through um underwriting.
Got you. Because that's
Like
very
he
important.
walks with you hand in hand. He'll tell you what you got to get off, what you got, and if you follow him, you'll get home.
Got you.
So I usually refer a lot of my clients to him when they want to get pre-approved.
Okay.
I usually refer them to Henry with Cardinal Financial
Because he does like a hand holding process, which some people need.
Yes, and he helps you clean up and get it done quick. If you listen, he'll get the credit report done real quick where it's cleaned off real fast and everything like that. So I like his system. I like what he does. And then we work together with making sure that the client gets a home and everything like that. So I really like working with him.
What's how the process is, like, how long is the process from the time we get the pre-approval, because we got to get our credit together, then we call you? What's the process from there like?
It's tough. It's tough. This market is really, really tough. Whew, I'm gonna give you about 6 months.
Wow.
To a year.
Okay.
I've gone like, okay, let me say this. FHA, nobody wants to accept.
Okay.
As much. So it's tough when you get in a property. Some people say, "Oh no, I want somebody with conventional or coming with cash." You know what I'm saying? So most of my clients are FHA clients.
And so it's kind of hard.
It's a little tougher. So it's a longer and it becomes a very stressful situation.
Yeah.
But once you get it, you're like, it was well worth it.
That is true.
You get to take that
deep breath. Yes.
And I always tell my clients, like, with FHA, some of the times we're not able to get the best properties or whatever.
Got you.
But I also come involved where I'm able to help fix up the home that you get.
I love that. That's where the construction business came in.
That's where
Tell us about. I was so excited to hear. That's so dope. Like, that's so dope. Tell us about that.
Construction company is Harris and Harris Construction.
Love it.
So I don't know if you're aware, my brother Frankie used to do construction a while ago. And we just wanted to get it back rolling. We felt like with doing the real estate, having the construction, and he
goes hand in hand.
It goes hand in hand.
Yes.
And when I built the trust with my clients, with real estate, it's like I'm walking you. I drive some of them in my car to take them to open houses and things like that. I really let them know, like, you can be comfortable with me.
Yes.
Once I get that, then they like, I don't want nobody else to fix my house. I want to go with you because I feel like you're going to provide me the best of the best.
Yes.
So that's basically what I do.
Very smart.
And then when a lot of them, like, they see me like, oh, I want some of your finishing touches, and I'm like, all right, you want me to tell you what type of tile to use?
Yes.
So then they end up loving it, and it works out. It's like a one-stop shop.
That is so good. That's genius. Like, really, like, no, because I'm on the other side of insurance. So after they buy the house, then they calling me to get the insurance. So I'm seeing how it looks on that side. But that's genius to be able to sell a house and be like, you know what, if you need help fixing this up, I got you.
Yes.
I got you. Now, if somebody want to spend money, like cash money, what you're typically looking to spend to put down on a house? Because I know people be like, I want to get a house. I know people that always ask like, get a house. They think like it's unachievable. But tell me how much money I should be saving towards the down payment on my house.
Okay, so there's several options right now. Before when we bought a house, you needed a lot of money to put down. You needed your down payment, and you also needed your closing costs and things like that. But my guy Henry, and the way I work things out, sometimes it can work where you can come to the table with $6,000.
Wow.
So you can get a concession. I negotiate that with the other real estate agent. You can get now a lot of the mortgage companies are offering down payment assistance. Now down payment assistance where basically you don't have to worry about your down payment. I am gonna tell you it does get tacked on to the back of your mortgage.
Got you.
But like, isn't it good? Like a lot of people, like I see now, when you want to go buy Gucci or whatever online, you can buy it and make installments.
Exactly, you can split it in four. So why not?
Basically, what you can do with your down payment
and get that house that you want.
Split it in the amount of years you gonna pay for this house. And I always say, you're gonna take time. You're gonna be paying for a while.
Might as well. You're not even gonna think about that at that time.
Exactly. Go through the program. There are some stipulations with the program. You need to have a certain credit score. Some of them are different. They vary on how high this credit score should be. But the one that I've dealt with Henry, you need at least a 650.
Okay.
And which isn't that high. Like,
no, that's not bad at all.
And you have to have a certain amount of income.
Okay.
And then after that, depending on your income, they'll tell you how much you're approved for and what you can get and things like that.
Got you.
For the most part, you don't need that much money down these days.
Wow.
You don't.
Yeah, things have
truly
changed.
If you can get a concession to close to pay for your closing costs, you ain't paying nothing.
I love that.
Really. So it's just like it's just really how the deal is structured.
Got you.
It's
or
really
basically what you want
or what you need or what you want and what the seller needs and wants. Like if they really need to sell the house ASAP, they'll work with you.
Okay.
They'll work with you and tell you, I'll give you this all. If not, closing costs, depending on the price of the house, I'll say in between 10%.
Okay. Okay. Now, is it harder, like they say, the people like to get the houses now? It was a big, during the pandemic, it was really hard to get a house. Is the market stable, or is that a thing? Like, is that ever a thing? Market is good, it's going to be good, it's not good, it's the seller's market, buyer's market?
Honestly, I don't go by the seller's market, buyer's market.
Got you.
But what I will say, it's not a lot of inventory.
Okay.
It's not a lot.
People
so there are so many people fighting. There are people always going to be selling property, and there's always going to be people wanting to buy property.
Got you.
But how much property there is the issue. So when we go to open houses, when I go to open houses with my clients, like I sent my clients to an open house today, you don't have to be with them on an open house. Oh, you don't? Okay. No, it's an open house. You don't have to be with them. You just let them know to let the agent know you have
people coming by.
Agent, and then they'll reach out to me.
Oh, okay.
So I usually give my cards to my clients and tell them to give it to the agent that's there.
I love it.
But open houses, the lines are around the corner.
Wow.
So like what that whole offer, it would be like 20, 30 offers on a home.
Can you imagine? Like I can't even imagine.
I don't even know how the sellers even go through them.
It's crazy.
But I know for sure it's like they automatically pick like FHA, they're kind of like white
to the back. Yep. Ain't that crazy? It's so crazy. My friend went to a open house and she said it was so many people there. Like it was crazy.
It's very intimidating. For your clients, especially first-time homeowners.
Okay.
It can be intimidated, but that's why, you have an agent to be there with you, to walk you through everything, to make you feel comfortable in this very tough, aggressive environment because everybody's out for one thing.
Got you. And that's to get to basically own a home.
Mm-hmm.
All right, take us out with some good advice on some steps. Just give us like 2 or 3 steps that we need to, if people are looking to buy a home at this point, like
get pre-approved. Get
okay.
pre-approved. Get pre-approved.
AKA get your ish together. Basically.
Consult with an agent. Get somebody you trust or somebody that has helped somebody else.
Okay.
I'm for everybody. Like
yes,
I'm a
up,
person.
baby.
I'm not gonna steer you in the wrong direction. But find a good agent, somebody that's really gonna work for you, somebody that's really gonna get you what you want. Be upfront what you want. Don't say, like some people are just, it's just a wide range. You kind of gotta break it down a little bit.
Gotcha.
Exactly what you want, if you want parking, don't want things like that. But basically,
have your wish list basically together.
Have your wish list, because that helps us find you exactly what you want.
Okay.
Get a real estate agent and then be ready to really, like, it's work for all of us.
It is. It's
work for all of us. So you got to be ready, willing to go out on weekends like this.
Yes, be out there. I see like 11 houses before we picked our house. We see so many houses. Yes, patience is key. I tell my
clients all the time, you have to be patient. I found patience when taking care of my son.
Yes.
But it's such a virtue because you could just get into one deal and then later on, like a couple months later or a couple weeks later, you see this other house come on the market and
then you be like, I want this.
That was my house. But once you're in contract, that's it.
You can't.
You really can't wipe out. You know what I'm saying? So be patient. Everything, what's for you is for you.
I love that. I think a lot of people got a lot of insight from this, because this is good, because this is things we don't talk about as far as buying homes. You just see it and you be like, oh, I can't do that. That's out of my reach. I know I come from a lot of places where people feel like that's out of their reach.
No.
Like you bought a house, it was unbelievable for people. I'm like, yeah, we did. But like some people feel like that for us. You got a house and you got tenants and everything. So I feel like it's so dope. I wish we had much more time. I got to bring you back. Will you come back? Because I want to talk about how amazing mother you are. I want to say thank you for that. Like, you are so dope.
I will definitely
leave us with some last words, some little piece of advice to somebody who maybe want to become a realtor.
Well, in New Jersey, real estate is really growing, and if you want to get your license, you can actually study online. I took my classes online during COVID.
Wow.
While working as a teacher.
We multitask over here,
man. I took my classes online while taking care of my son.
Yes.
That was something that was like the best thing, because I always thought about real estate, but I didn't want to go back in class.
Yes.
I do so much school and college.
But I don't want to do that. Yes, no.
But once they said it was online, the Mulroy School, actually I think it's Freehold.
Okay.
It's really, really a good online school. Check it out. Study. The test is nothing near what you actually do in class.
Okay.
But prep yourself with online. They have some online
simulations and stuff
for the class or whatever. That's what I did.
Okay. So now tell us where we can find you, because if somebody want to buy a house, we gotta hit you up.
Okay, so you can hit me up on Instagram at your.homegirl.Felicia.
Oh, I love it.
Instagram page. So hit me up, or I can leave you with a business
card,
and if anybody wants to contact you, they can reach out to me too.
Thank you so much, Faye, for coming by. I appreciate it.
Oh, let me get my email. My email is FeliciaSellsHomesNJ@gmail.com.
There we go. Hit her up. Thank you for coming by. I am so proud of you. I look up to you. I feel like you are so dope, and I want you to always know that, okay? I'm rooting for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.